dear viewers, and welcome to our show, Diet Myths. We'd like to take the time to congratulate you on the holy month of Ramadan. And hopefully this month will bring in new habits that we can, take in with our food and with our diets to actually improve our overall health. So in this episode, we're going to be talking to you about ways you can enhance your fasting. Now we know at this time of the year, the weather is really hot and the fasting time is really long. So it's very important that we do take care. And if we start from the beginning of the month, then we can ensure that by the end of the month, we still have some energy to continue our rituals and continue with our work and other things that we need to get done. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is, of course, the importance of suhoor. Now, we always know that many people prefer sleeping and skip suhoor, but really suhoor is one of the most important meals in the holy month of Ramadan, especially that the time is very, very long. So it's very important that you include this meal in your diet, even if it means that your sleep will be disrupted. You can try to have it early on, but the recommendations are always that you have it as late as possible just because of the lengthy period of time. Now with your suhoor, of course you have so many options, but I'm sure you've heard us in many episodes talk about fiber and the importance of fiber. And this is really the main component you want to include in suhoor. You want to include a lot of fiber because that will fill you up and that will also retain the fluids or the liquids in your body, so you will not feel as thirsty as you usually do. And with high fiber foods, you really always want to focus on whole grains. Things like lentils and pulses, nakhi and bajilla are excellent foods that you can have for suhoor. Of course, if you do make them at home, make sure that they contain very, very little amounts of salt because that will avoid you becoming thirsty throughout the day. Things like rice and lentils are excellent. If you are someone that really enjoys yogurt, then maybe this is the time that you should include a full fat yogurt because that will stay in your digestive system for a longer period of time. So I would not advise a skim yogurt for your suhoor. Now please stay tuned so we can cover more meals during the month of Ramadan and what you can do to feel better. Welcome back, our dear viewers. So we just spoke about suhoor and the important components you can do in your suhoor. Of course, being hydrated and drinking water is very important. And it's really crucial for you to do so from when you break your fast up until you start fasting again. That is very important. And I know many people are addicted to caffeine. Our recommendation is always for you to cut down on caffeine throughout the days before. So a month or a couple of weeks before the start of the holy month of Ramadan, try to cut out your caffeine, reduce it. Some people like to mix half decaf and half caffeinated coffee in their coffee when they're making it. With tea, try to reduce it. Try to add more water and liquefy it. This way your body will slowly not be accustomed to caffeine. And then you'll find it easier to get up and go to work without that caffeine that you're used to taking in the morning. If you are someone that definitely needs caffeine and will want to take it after your futur, definitely try to compensate 2 cups of water for every 1 cup of caffeinated beverage. And do keep in mind that things like sodas do contain caffeine in them. So all these sodas, regardless of their color, so whether they're orange or white or black, they all do contain caffeine, and you will need to have 2 cups of water for every can of soda. Of course, soda is not something that's recommended because it is very sugary, which brings me to futur. Now, I know a lot of us indulge in fatty foods during futur, especially the fried sambusas and the kubbas that are usually always available in our table. Now, the thing with fatty food is that really it will upset your stomach. I mean, think of having these foods for breakfast. We probably wouldn't feel too good throughout the day, and so we'll probably feel sluggish and wouldn't have energy to continue our days and our evenings.
سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
So one thing that maybe we can try doing this, month is hopefully baking these things. And it's a great alternative to frying them, and it will make you feel better. Please stay tuned. We have some more tips to cover for you. Welcome back, our dear viewers. So we just talked about futur and what you can really have. It's very important for you to also focus on some lighter foods. So a lighter based soup, something not creamy. You really don't want that cream based soup that will make you feel sluggish. And something, for example, like liban is an excellent drink for you to start your day with, only because it really contains a lot of amount of potassium and phosphorus. And these are the electrolytes that your body loses, especially if you walk a lot and you're sweating throughout the day. So you hear a lot of athletes talk about electrolyte beverages or Gatorade or things like these that they take to replenish the lost electrolytes when they're sweating. Think of liban and dates, as a great combo to replenish all the electrolytes and to really rehydrate your body immediately. Around 1 to 3 servings of dates is more than enough. With 1 cup of liban, aim for a low fat. So have your high fat dairy for your suhoor, and for your futur, aim for a low fat dairy option. Salads, of course, are always great to have. You can have a variety, and salads also contain a lot of water in them. So we tend to forget that fruits and vegetables contain a decent amount of water in them, and they will compensate for us not drinking water maybe immediately. So these are things that you should include. If you are having rice, again, try to limit the amount of fats you're using when you're cooking your rices or when you're cooking your main dishes. Try to limit them as much as you can. Use a lower fat option. Have red meat once for futur in a week, and then focus on fish and chicken. So these, more leaner meats that are actually lighter on your stomach. And now what I recommend to a lot of people is to actually have their dates and have their liban. Go and pray and take the time to just digest these things before they go back and they actually continue their meal. This way they'll be feeling better and they won't be shocking their gastrointestinal system with food, especially because they've been fasting for a long period of time. So we really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Stay tuned for more episodes on Ramadan and how you can have a healthier fasting.